Today's program is brought to you by OTCStockShark.com. For the latest and greatest OTC and Pink Sheets information, sign up for your account at OTCStockShark.com. Thank you for tuning in to TBC Today. I'm Brandon Vincent.
And I'm Angelina Soriano.
In today's financial news, the second quarter's biggest worries took an unwelcome curtain call, hitting global markets. The trifecta of trouble, European debt woes, China's slowing growth, and the staggering U.S. recovery conspired to put the quarter on the edge of being the worst for U.S. stocks in more than a year. All three concerns flared anew in a grim highlight reel just ahead of the quarter's end. In response, the Dow Jones Industrial Average tumbled 268 points, or 2.6%, to 9,870, its first close below 10,000 since early June. The S&P 500 stock index fell 3.1% to 1,041, its low for the year. The Nasdaq Composite Index fell 3.9% to 2,135, its lowest since February. Global growth fears hit commodity prices. NYMEX crude oil fell 3% to $75.94 a barrel. COMEX copper tumbled 5.1% to $2.92 a pound and is off more than 12% this year.
In U.S. news, Hurricane Alex was delaying BP's plans to boost containment capacity at its leaking undersea well and threatening to push more oil-polluted water onto U.S. shores. A relief well, one of two being drilled, is less than 1,000 feet from its target, but will still take several weeks to reach the spewing oil pipe, U.S. Interior Secretary told U.S. lawmakers. Speaking at a House of Representatives Resources Committee hearing, Salazar said the relief well was now just over 17,000 feet deep, and it has a target depth of almost 18,000 feet. The Gulf oil spill disaster is in its 73rd day, with environmental and economic costs to tourism, wildlife, fishing, and other industries mounting in the future of BP. Local residents are braced for heavy rains and flooding from Alex, which strengthened onto a Category 1 hurricane and could become a more powerful Category 2. The storm was on track to make landfall near the Texas-Mexico border. With strong winds and waves high as 12 feet and heavy rains on the way, officials said controlled burns of oil on the ocean, flight spraying chemicals, and booming operations were on hold. The State Department said it would accept offers of help from a dozen countries and international agencies to contain and clean up the spill, including 2 high-speed skimmers and a fire containment boom from Japan. BP shares were up 3% in early New York trading after sharp gains earlier in London, where traders citing renewed talk that it could encourage a bid from ExxonMobil.
In today's international news, Russian Prime Minister Vladimir Putin criticized U.S. law enforcement, even as his government acknowledged that its citizens were among the 11 people that U.S. authorities charged were part of a long-running spy operation. Both Mr. Putin and U.S. officials voiced hopes that the brewing scandal would not harm relations between the two countries, and there was no sign in Moscow of the kind of action that a deeper diplomatic rift would imply. Still, the emergence of an alleged cell of secret agents reporting back to handlers in Moscow undercut the Obama administration's claim of improved ties with Moscow as part of a reset of U.S.-Russia relations. President Barack Obama last week took Russian President Dmitry to his favorite hamburger joint, which turned out to be just a block from the Arlington apartment building where one of the alleged Russian secret agents lived. A White House spokesman said Mr. Obama was aware of the alleged spy ring, but the president didn't discuss the topic in a face-to-face meeting last week with Dmitry. The arrest of 10 people in the U.S. and 1 in Cyprus mark only the beginning of the effort by U.S. investigators and intelligence analysts to learn the scope of the Russian SVR intelligence agency's illegal operation.
Hi, I'm Chef Tony, and now there's a knife so sharp you can cut a pineapple in midair. It's the Miracle Blade 3 Perfection Series. This is my all-purpose slicer, the ultimate in slicing knives. You'll also get Rock and Chop, ripped through ribs. Plus, you'll receive my fillet and boning knife. Fillet fish right down to the skin. And my Chop and Scoop. Chop parsley and fresh herbs in seconds. Watch, flex, and scoop right to your favorite recipe. And you get my paring knife. Curved to peel fruits and veggies. I'll also send you 4 steak knives. Call now and you'll get my Perfection shears and a second Miracle Blade slicer absolutely free.
But wait, we'll send you a second complete set of knives free. Just imagine, that's now nearly $500 worth of knives for just one payment of only $39.95. And if you don't think the Miracle Blades are the best knives you've ever used, just return them for a full refund. So call now.
In entertainment news, Larry King, the CNN personality known for his non-confrontational interviews, colorful suspenders, and complicated personal life, said that he would end his talk show in the fall after a 25-year reign as a key promotional stop for the rich and famous. King, who is 76, said he wanted to spend more time with his family. His seventh wife reportedly attempted suicide earlier this month after the couple said in April they would divorce. But his show, Larry King Live, is regularly beaten in the ratings, and his eclectic guest list often confounds viewers. CNN, which has been broadcasting for only 5 years when King signed on, has also lost viewers to Fox News and MSNBC. The New York Times recently reported that his average nightly audience has been cut in half since the last presidential election in 2008 to just 725,000 viewers. King, whose contract was due to expire in June 2011, said he would still host specials for CNN. King began his career as a journalist and radio broadcaster in Florida before being wooed by CNN to host the nightly TV talk show in 1985. King recently hosted a telethon to raise money for victims of the oil spill in the Gulf of Mexico, and his show is a vital port of call for troubled celebrities such as R&B star Chris Brown seeking redemption.
In today's tech news, Cisco announced that in 2011 it will be launching an Android-based tablet named the Cius, aimed squarely at the business market. Cisco has always been an enterprise-focused company, and the Cius is its shot at bringing businesses on board the tablet bandwagon. Video conferencing, the product which Cisco is perhaps best known for, is front and center both literally and figuratively in an effort to get the Cius into briefcases and suitcases all over the world. The 7-inch device weighs only 1.1 pounds. The Cius will ship with 3G compatibility and Wi-Fi, 8-hour battery life, HD audio and video out, and tight integration with all of Cisco's other business applications as well as the huge Android market. There's no word yet on what the device will cost, but it promises to make Android a little more business-friendly and to make getting things done on the road a little easier. Even if it won't have all the great entertainment of the iPad, maybe that's a good thing for business users.
In fashion news, pop princess Britney Spears is joining the growing club of celebrities turned designers, launching her own fashion collection that targets the schoolgirl crowd. Spears, who is 28, has designed her first collection of clothing and accessories for the iconic brand group Candies brand, for which she has been the face for the past 3 seasons. The juniors collection, called Britney for Candies, will be sold exclusively in Kohl's department stores soon to kick off the back-to-school season. She said the collection inspired by her favorite music and movies as a mixture of day and evening looks ranging from jeans to little black dresses. A print and television advertising campaign to promote the line features the tagline, "Designed by me for you." Spears earlier this year ended a world tour to support her 2008 album Circus, which was widely regarded as her comeback after a public meltdown when the singer lost custody of her 2 children, did stints in rehab, and shaved her head. She rocked to fame as a teenager 10 years ago with hits like Baby One More Time and is still one of the best-known celebrities in the world.
In today's green news, Honda seems to have figured that if it isn't going to win the hybrid war on technology, it should at least try to win based on price. The first effort was the Inside Hybrid, which was about $3,000 less than the third-generation Toyota Prius. And the second one is coming soon under the shape of a hybridized Honda Fit, which should sell for about $16,000. The new car will cost around $16,500, making it the cheapest hybrid in Japan when it goes on sale this autumn. It will cost less than the Insight, Honda's other hybrid offering. The fear of some analysts is that this could lead to a price war between Honda and Toyota and reduce the already slim profit margins on hybrids. Toyota's not going to stop making hybrids anytime soon, and as long as they have the superior drivetrain, they'll probably keep them priced a little bit higher than the competition. The only thing that could happen in the short term to make Toyota drop its price significantly is if Ford comes out with a really high mile-per-gallon hybrid Focus that could more directly compete with Prius in the same way that the Fusion hybrid competes with the Camry. Honda's hybrids are simply aiming for a different segment of the market. Their response will probably be a hybrid version of the Yaris at some point in the near future. Thank you for tuning in to TBC Today. I'm Brandon Vincent.
And I'm Angelina Soriano.